So, alright gentlemen, let us begin. Luca, I think we can
Hello.
start with you. You have been settling in. It's a night or two later, I think, at this point. And you can probably come and visit the prince, since that is the one thing your character hasn't done yet.
Alrighty. That's fine once I settle into my apartment. I'll
Yeah,
make my way to my car. I do know where the prince is, of course, at the tower, correct?
yeah, you would have no trouble figuring it out, and he has said that 3 or 4 days from now there is gonna be an extra board meeting this month due to the troubled situation, to ensure that everyone's on the same page, knows which businesses etc. have been claimed because someone already annoyed him by trying to muscle in on his turf. So,
Alrighty.
essentially make sure that you are a proper unified front.
Right.
Yeah, well, as you drive towards the prince's place, pretty much next door there's a couple of fire trucks apparently, next to a underground parking garage.
Do I see smoke or fire or?
No, but there is the very faint scent of gasoline fumes.
Uh-huh. I think I'm gonna take a moment to park and kind of wander over and see if anything's still going on.
Um, okay. How close are you getting? And are you employing any kind of stealth?
Yeah, so I'd like to try to move quietly, stick to the walls, to the shadows if I can, and no, I'm not gonna get too close. I'm not gonna rush into it.
Okay,
I'm going to move slowly, stop if anything comes into view.
okay, give me a wit stealth at 5. Okay, you're able to casually hover around the small crowd that is essentially there, mostly firemen and investigators. It looks like a car has crashed horribly there for whatever reason after slamming into several other cars and has skidded on its side and exploded. Uh,
Oh my.
People are trying to piece together a theory of how this could have fucking happened. And there's a couple of police officers that are throwing theories out there, but you give me a perception empathy roll here.
Okay. Difficulty 6.
Yeah. Okay, looks like the police officers are trying to kind of downplay it a bit. And, reasonable explanation, maybe the driver was on drugs, etc. Nothing to worry about, it's something will turn up. The more you listen, the more it's starting to sound like they don't really want to advertise this happening and want to kind of keep it quiet.
Right. Hmm. I think I'm just gonna take note of this and maybe come back to it a little later, but at this point I'm going to leave and I'm going to make my way up to see the prince.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you are able to gain access to the top floor relatively easily, given that people generally know at this point and have been informed that Vivian has visitors on occasion. By the way, the ghoul warns you that someone is coming up to present themselves. Epic.
Oh, cool. So is this the next night or the night before?
This is the night where earlier tonight you parked Demi's ass in a cage where he had some initials carved into his chest.
Yeah, that night. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting towards morning, but it's still that night. So, Constantine, as you arrive at the top floor, the way further in is blocked by a large man, bare-chested in a kilt, and casually holding a what can only be named a claymore.
Right. I'm going to slowly approach him and raise my head so that I can lock eyes with him.
Okay.
And offer a slight smile. And I'm going to say,
He's
I would,
already averting his gaze as soon as he notices that you're deliberately locking eyes.
Okay.
Not again, not so many times in one night.
I would offer him a slight smile, and I would say I'm here to seek an audience with the prince.
Are you now, laddie?
I am.
And who might you be?
Konstantin Yolkov of Ventru, and I've only just recently arrived in the city.
Another one.
So it would seem.
Well, go on in. I'll be right behind you, with a very sharp stick, mind you.
I would pause a moment before just walking in. Slowly and steadily.
Yes, you may move your token on the map appropriately to denote your positions. It helps us visualize.
Is he kind of giving me direction?
Yeah, he kind
Nope,
of
I don't.
points you with the sword in the right direction.
That's
That's what he's doing.
not
Okay.
intimidating at all. Okay. Is the door open or closed?
It's closed.
Should I knock?
There's a knock on
I'm
the
going
door, Epic.
Come on in.
Open the door. Room, and I will offer a very slight bow to the prince.
Hello there. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, my prince.
You're here to introduce yourself, from my understanding?
I am.
And what would your name be?
My name is Konstantin Yolkov. I am a Ventru from Imperial Russia.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. What do you do exactly?
Presently, I am unemployed. Prior to my coming to the United States, I served under the Prince of Bordeaux in France.
Ooh, that's good and interesting. Any particular skills?
I am generally good at getting things done. Specifically speaking, I can't say that any skill exactly pops, but I certainly won't make a fool of myself at a gala.
Sorry, I'm just having some fun at your expense a little bit.
Alright.
So you're just wish to announce yourself to the city and all that awesome stuff.
Indeed.
Welcome. I hope you enjoy it here. The Benju clan could really use some help.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you particularly need any assistance with, or do you need any help getting around?
At the moment, I believe I'm suitably settled with a car and an apartment, although I do appreciate the offer.
Okay. Well, I suppose that you're basically done here unless you wish to bring anything to my attention.
At the moment, nothing comes to mind. Thank you, my prince.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Konstantin Yolkov.
The pleasure is all mine, and I would.
And I hope you
I would
enjoy
be
your
happy
stay in
saying
the
that.
city.
I look forward to it.
There seem to be a few blood spatters by the window.
Don't pay attention to those.
I'm just gonna disregard that. Not my business.
The fact that there may have been a nice blood splatter by the elevator door, that was nothing either.
Jesus Christ.
And if Dougal didn't clean his sword properly, that had a lot of blood on it too.
Oh, he cleaned his weapon. He cares about that.
See, that's what I thought. There we
There
go.
were still splatters of blood on his chest, though, where it spattered him, though. Just a few drops, but, you know, it was there.
This is just like, I am the lowest key, most threatening prince ever.
Meanwhile, there are
Oh.
just torpid vampires stacked in one of the other rooms.
Don't worry about those. We'll get a handle on those eventually.
These are not the torpid vampires you are looking for.
We got a nice list down there. We got like
Walda,
almost
Bobby,
10
and
torpid vampires.
think about 4 of them are in this place somewhere at this point. Right?
Yep. That's right. Pledge is somewhere else. I think he was actually with the Gangrel, if I remember right.
He is. They buried him under a
All
pond.
the barn.
If if that's that, Constantine would bow again and take 3 steps back before turning and starting to make his way out.
Yep. Have a great day. Night.
Okay, is your
Whatever you want
Auspex
to
on?
call it.
I assume yours is epic, but Constantine's.
No, I don't have I don't have a lot of blood to work with, so no, my Auspex is
Auspex
marked down.
doesn't take blood for heightened senses.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, then yeah, I would have had Auspex on in that case.
Okay, give me a
Generally,
roll of perception awareness at 7.
For a moment. So the reason to note if your Auspex is on or not is that it can be very, very debilitating if something very suddenly happens. Like a flashbang grenade.
Okay, so you see the obfuscated ghoul before you walk into his chest. Actually, give me a second. No, you need to roll at 6. Because you have a higher Auspex rating than he has obfuscate.
Okay, should I reroll then?
Yeah.
Yep. That's how we do our rules. If it goes wrong, you re-roll it.
Okay.
Always.
So, since Dougal is defender, you do walk into his chest and he just kind of looks at you.
My apologies.
Watch where you're going, laddie. Ventru are dropping like flies of late.
And I appreciate the warning. It won't happen again.
Off you go.
Why is it so hard to help people? It's almost like they get intimidated by me or something.
I have no idea, lassie. I have no idea. People have no manners these days. gonna step out and go back on guard.
Going to see about getting some cleaners. Get all this stuff out of here. Fix up the window at some point in the day.
I mean, vampires don't really bleed that much, so it's not that bad. The ghoul can take
I know it's
care
not
of it
that bad.
on, you know, her own if...
The
It
biggest thing is actually replacing the window. That somebody broke? I swear somebody broke a window at some point.
No, it was... I'm pretty sure it wasn't broken. I think it was open. Because Demi got in through the window originally.
Yep, Kurt opened the window.
Were these windows meant to be open? I presume so then. Close the window.
The window would be closed
need a
by now.
draft.
It's far enough later that, you know, it's under control. Essentially, Constantine arrived like 20 minutes after Florin left.
Wow, that's cutting it pretty close. Okay,
He's
time
not...
to go to sleep.
Yeah. He doesn't live that far from the Princess Tower, so it's not that big. Game.
If it matters, specifically speaking, I would put my apartment like almost bordering the central city district. In the central business district, that is.
It won't make that big a difference. It's 5 minutes this way or that way at most, so...
Right.
You know. It's gonna be okay. So, the night ticks over. Luca, you can make one hunting roll before the night ticks over for all the time that has passed to see if you have had a chance to fill up your blood pool.
Alright, what do I roll for that?
Well, it depends on how you're hunting. I'm assuming you're using some form of manipulation.
Yeah, probably. I don't want to be brutish about it.
Let's see. You're limited to government administrators, so we're gonna say that that essentially gives you a +2 to the base hunting difficulty, but then it's lowered by your 3 dots of dominate and your auspex and maybe your presence if you choose to spend blood on that, but you know, essentially you are gonna be like the base would be 8, so you would end up hunting at 5 because you have multiple disciplines that make it easier for you to detect and manipulate people.
Alrighty.
So I think manipulation leadership fits best. I would let you use etiquette, but you aren't necessarily aware of all the places where the highbrow society might gather yet. So,
Right.
you know. Okay. So that means you would get 2 people you can feed from, and well, it's up to you how much you want to take from each of them. 2 is gonna be completely safe. 3 and 4 is gonna be the kind of levels where with 3, maybe not. With 4, definitely they're gonna have their health checked up, and 5, they're pretty much in serious danger and need an ambulance. Like, pretty damn soon.
You said 2 was safe, and I'll take 2 from each and send them on their way.
Okay. Okay, then we can take over the night. Everyone except Demi, who is happily in torpor, can subtract a blood point. So, Order of Awakening, I'm pretty sure Vivian is still first. So, let's start with where Vivian is heading when she wakes up, if anywhere.
Vivian's going to need blood.
Mm-hmm.
The knights might end up in a firefight. It's best to be ready for such things.
So you're hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think with all of the things and how annoying a bitch you can be, you can essentially roll a 3 and just go ahead and do your... I think... Well, yeah, it doesn't use charisma empathy.
I got stuff. I'm good. I'm pretty good at shit. Only... Oh, I got rid of all the ones.
Okay.
That's alright, I'll just add 2.
You know, it's funny, there's... Given that you are dressed very richly and it's a time of social trouble, you get chased by people of color twice who apparently want to ransom you back to your parents. Unfortunately, they're not able to pierce obfuscate once you duck around the corner, so it doesn't really help them that much, but the thought was there.
Should I risk this? I might need to. Okay, here's your chance. I'm taking 2 blood from each of them.
The 2 blood from each of them would essentially be from the people who weren't trying to chase you. If you want to sidetrack and interact with random people who decide to chase you, I'll let you, but that's essentially gonna abort the hunt.
Nope. That's not. I'm just saying I'm risking it. I'm taking 2 from each of them. I need some blood.
Okay, then
From the,
yeah.
From the 2 that I got.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay,
Hopefully
then.
they don't get too fucked, but who knows?
Oh, right, because of that. Roll luck die to see if they are in particularly volatile situations where a bit of madness might cause trouble.
Well,
it's not a 1, so it's probably gonna be okay.
never know.
Okay.
There's a reason I tried to avoid, procking that, but hey, sometimes we need to do stuff.
Hey, Milford, what do you do once you wake? Bacon?
Sorry, you also going to hunt?
Okay. Right. 3 dots of dominate. Okay, Bacon. It's winter, so it's not too late, but it's like 7 or 8 p.m. Where do you find underaged females at this time of night?
Mm.
You took that as your fucking weakness?
Wait, what? Who's he trying to eat? I missed that for a moment.
Underaged
Oh my
females.
That's a good question. I don't know. Hmm. In this time period, it's common for them to go to bars and such, and to be overage.
I think he said bars.
He said parks. So you want to look essentially for
okay.
places where they're pretending to be older than they actually are?
Yes.
I swear, officer, she was 18.
Give me perception streetwise. You have 4 dots of aspects and 3 dots of dominate. I'm gonna allow this under protest to be a difficulty 4.
4 dice at difficulty 4.
Just you wait, he's gonna botch, and then it's gonna be a...
Oh,
You'll find one.
Found one.
yep. I just take the blood.
Okay. Roll a luck die. Hey, you see her stumbling and bouncing off of walls, woozy from blood loss. Believe it or not, teenagers do sometimes have less blood than normal people, so the proportions could be off.
Come on, if she's pretending to be over of age, it's not that big a difference.
You'd be amazed.
I'm sure she'll be fine. You can just walk away.
Yep. That's why I have 5 humanity. Even though I try to be a nice guy. Stuff like that happens sometimes.
Where have you been? Why are you so pale? Have you been doing drugs? Okay then. And Constantine, what do you do after you wake?
I'm going to go and try to acquire a larger firearm for myself.
Okay, I think you've been noting down your willpower wrong. You uncheck the boxes instead of messing with the dots. Like the dots are your total and the boxes are your temporary.
Oh, have I? Thought I checked it down correctly. So I started out with 6 willpower, so I would have, oh, there. Better?
Yeah. Yeah, just
All right.
you definitely won't have more temp than your max.
I didn't mean to tick that many.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, a bigger firearm.
Like a Tommy gun. Something automatic.
Essentially an assault rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me like a... You know what, give me your manipulation, since you don't have streetwise, and give it to me at a 4. This is essentially gonna determine how quickly you track something appropriate down.
Yep. Oh my.
Okay, it takes you a while, but you can certainly find a nice affordable assault rifle.
Alright.
The gangrel are coming for you, Bacon. It's happening again.
Oh,
Yeah, it's probably gonna take you a couple of hours to track it down with one success.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, that's sad school. That's right. Now I remember. Just looking at the sheets. So, you two have finished hunting. Epic, what are you doing after hunting?
After hunting, I go to see about waking some people up.
Okay. And you, Bacon?
Hmm. I finished with, or at least I need to finish with my oil company business.
Okay, so you're essentially trying to move some assets into local places where you can keep an eye on them.
Yes.
Okay. You have like 3 points of resources, right?
Yes.
Then I would say honestly that yeah, you can check up on that and make sure it's proceeding appropriately. It's gonna take a couple of days to kick in, but it's not gonna take a huge amount of time. It's just gonna, you're gonna have to go someplace, sign some things, or get some kind of permit each night, and you do that in the evening, then you can do something else essentially. Since you're not moving huge amounts of money. Okay. And what about you, Constantine? What do you do after you've hunted? Not hunted, but looked for a gun.
Once I actually, I mean, I'm going to assume I'm purchasing a weapon like this, probably not legally.
You can
And
get
if that,
one legally, but because
I think I'd like to take the illegal route just so that I'd like to take the time after I purchase the weapon to try and become acquainted with the people that I purchase it from.
okay. In that case, I am gonna ask you to roll that at a 6 instead for the manipulation, because it's a bit harder to get in touch with the criminal element. It's easier to just buy it legally.
Right.
Okay, takes about the same amount of time. And why don't you give me a charisma intimidation roll at 6 to see if they respect your authority and your presence.
At 6, you said?
Mm-hmm. Okay. They seem suitably impressed. Give me a 1d2 and then roll a luck die.
Oh god.
Okay. Roll your Auspex rating at 6.
Alrighty.
This would be the danger sense aspect.
If it's a 1, that's basically what it tells you.
You know, as you are introduced to like 4 or 5 different people, and that takes a little while, there's just this growing sense of unease until you realize, wait a second, I'm in danger.
Oh boy.
How do you react once you start picking that up?
I'm gonna try to pull the kind of calm and collected, it's time for me to go.
Oh, that's okay. There's just one more person I want you to meet.
And who might that be?
Well, you seem interested in getting in contact with business people, and she does a lot of business.
Does she now? Perhaps it would be best if I took the time to converse with her when my schedule was a bit more open. If it's all right with you, I think I'll come back at some point in the near future. I wouldn't want to be introduced and then have to rush out the door.
Make me a charisma etiquette roll at.
Could I use Urbane for this, or are they kind of too low-lifey to respect our refined?
You can try and overwhelm them with it, but that just doubles your successes on 10s. It doesn't lower the difficulty.
Right. I know that, yeah. You said at a difficulty of 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be 4 successes.
Alright.
Okay. You are allowed to leave.
Sigh of relief as I walk out the door.
Auspex OP.
Okay. How did you introduce yourself to them?
How did I?
How did you introduce yourself to them?
I would have called myself Constantine, but I wouldn't have given them a surname.
Okay. Epic, did you give Florin a phone number to contact you on?
I did.
Okay. Okay, so you were gonna wake some people.
I'm fairly confident that these people will wake up with a single blood point. So that's what I'm doing. Bobby and Balda. Waking both of them up.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Bobby wakes after a single point. I assume he is get tied up and restrained by Dougal.
Just in case, at the moment,
Okay.
we think he's okay, but at least we hope he's okay. But it is good to try and see how he is.
Walda takes a couple more points than that. I think you've woken her at least once. Actually,
I
no,
have one time before.
then she should be one step bound towards you.
If my count is right, she's been woken up once by me, once or twice by Halfdan, and I think one other person.
I think it's just been twice that she's gotten to. But, well, this is the third time.
Just one each then. Yeah.
So she would be 2 steps bound to you now. And, gonna say it takes like 3 blood points from you to wake her. The gap in generations is not that wide.
Yeah,
Bobby just takes 1.
I subtracted 4. Okay.
And, yeah, they're both coming to, and both, when they awake, tell you that, you know, it's not necessary to restrain them. They think they're in control. Fine.
All right, release it. I give each of them a hug on waking up and welcome them back to being awake. Awake land is great. And then I release Bobby and everything. So, things have been happening. Lots of things, but particularly just, been trying to get meetings with the different supernaturals. No one else particularly knows this quite yet, but there's some other issues popping up. A lot's going on. I'm not sure I actually have too much time to really explain it, but really need you guys back up and among the awake. That way we can actually see about handling some stuff.
Walda speaks up. You want me to sweet talk Tyrone into gifting me some more pipe bombs? Just in case?
Not especially. I don't think anything should be happening on the vampire side quite yet. William is about to be sent off to Vienna. As far as I know, at least. Yep, there's just a lot to be going on. And Valda! Valda!
It's not my fault. He caught me after the meeting and took an axe to me. What was I supposed to do? He's a fucking bruja.
Valda. Valda, thank you. I really appreciate what you're willing to do for me. So thank you for that. I don't approve of what happened particularly, but thank you.
Now this is pod racing.
Bobby, good luck. Hopefully everything turns out just fine. Got a lot on my plate. Just wanted to make sure that we at least got you guys back up and in order. Is there anything you guys want to ask or get caught up on? I'll try and do my best.
How long has it been since?
4 days?
Oh, then it should be fine.
That's about right? I think it's only been 4 nights.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Oh, apparently I got a phone call. Give me a moment.
The ghoul goes off to pick it up. Unless you wish to intercept it.
Not for any particular reason.
Okay.
I just presumed that whoever is calling is probably calling me, so I just started heading over there.
Okay. The ghoul is just nodding, going, yes, I understand. Notices you walked up, holds it out to you.
I'll pick it up. Hello there.
Oh, it's you. Okay, we talked last morning. So, in the spirit of that, I'm gonna ask you to tell Constantine to please stop trying to make friends with my crew, or I'll take a blowtorch to his face. Thank you.
Okay.
It's Florence.
I mean,
voice,
that's
by
part
the
of our
way.
agreement. I know.
Yeah.
I know. We already agreed to try and stay out of each other's way. I'll make sure he knows about it.
Good.
All right. Did you need anything else, or?
No. Just would appreciate it if, people stay the fuck away from me.
Yep. Understandable. Well, it was nice talking to you again. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
All right. So, is there anything else to try and catch you guys up on? Or did you?
Bobby kind of looks at his corner form. I could use a little help, I think, for the next couple of nights, maybe.
Okay. Do you want to stay around here and see about getting some help from me? I don't mind, but I'm going to be pretty busy, so you'll probably have to stay here for a little while.
That's all right. I just need someone to help me get around for a night or two while I start healing, and then I'll be fine. After that, I can hunt on my own.
All right. Valda, do you mind trying to find somebody who has some time to help him out? I'm sorry, I'm really busy right now.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. And they sort of both stumble out supporting each other.
Thanks, Valda. Number 1 Bay. That was out of character. And now I use my superpowers.
Mhm.
Where is the newly dookie Venture Duty?
In a car, apparently. Looking over what looks like an assault rifle.
Alright, I attempt to send some thoughts at him.
Okay.
Yeah, so Constantine gonna take a while to get.
Oh,
Alien thoughts
think
echo
back to-
through your mind. It feels like a little girl.
oh boy.
So I just got a call about you particularly. Apparently you just got in contact with somebody who wants to be left alone. And by that I mean you got in contact with some people they consider their own people. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that. There may have been something involving a blowtorch in the description, but
Yeah, just casually drop that in there.
I love twisting words. What can I say?
No, you pretty much passed it on exactly as it was meant, actually.
Yeah, just wanted to let you know that try to avoid going too far on that. They're not exactly someone you want to piss off like that.
Well, I guess I'll leave them alone.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
You too.
How does that make Constantine feel?
A little annoyed that so early on he managed to fuck up, but he realizes that it's not really his fault, seeing as that he had no way of knowing that these people wanted to be left alone. And in the end, he kind of chuckles because he doesn't really believe that they're actually that much of a threat.
Except that they just used the prince as a go-between.
I suppose so. But since he has no intentions of fucking with them, so he doesn't seem too worried about it.
Excellent. Okay then. So, Dracalor. What is David Gray doing after, well, in the morning of the night where he met the prince and on the next night after he wakes up?
Probably hunting, and then going to Elysium.
Okay. Go ahead and, alright.
I'm aware I'm hungry.
Uh-huh. Go ahead and give me a roll. For hunting, you have Dominate and Auspex. I'm gonna let you roll at 3, because finding appropriate black people is relatively easy, even with them mildly watching each other's backs due to recent tensions. Especially New Orleans. So, manipulation, intimidation might be a good pick.
Yeah, I'll do manipulation, intimidation.
Hey! And now start rolling self-control as you bite into the first one.
Yep. Difficulty will be, I think, 7.
Yes, I think so. Actually, no, I think it was 6 for Taste of Blood when hungry.
Oh, shit,
Getting
I
burned
roll
was 7. But
penalties.
yes, you do need to reroll that. I was about to say. You do have some wounds. Okay, so don't worry, you're gonna kill the first one and then you're gonna be nice and full.
I know, right?
So, self-control at 6. Surely your
I'll spend it
chances...
for this one.
Okay. Never mind, I'm sure you'll be fine. Keep rolling, you need 5. Okay,
Well,
Nice.
okay. So, how much are you taking from them?
3 each.
Okay, excellent. Then, you have hunted. You have enough time in that morning for another hunting roll if you wish. I'll let you
Yeah,
make
I'll do
do.
it.
So,
Yeah, and I'll heal in between because, well, I can.
Will that... No, that won't take you past hungry again, will it?
Yeah, no, it won't. I've done. I only going down to 5 because I'm only at bruised.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see, same roll. Okay. Excellent. Tricolor, give me a luck roll and try not to roll a 1. Okay, you're fine. So, the night takes over. What do you do come the next night? Head to Elysium?
Yeah, head to Elysium.
Which one?
Let's head to Toreador first.
Okay. Um, it's pretty quiet there when you arrive. It's probably just Andrew and his fledgling talking among themselves when you arrive there. He actually gets up and extends his hand towards you as you walk in. Ah, good evening. David.
Good evening. I only came here to check if some of my other clanmates had come here, but it seems I'm the only one for now.
Ah, yes. Andy said something about a plan meeting this Saturday. You should get in contact with them before then with someone to get all the details, but he said he's gonna leave the exact arrangements with me if you don't find anyone, so you can just check in here.
Yes, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I'll be heading off now.
Ah,
Oh, do you have a number I could call if I need to contact you?
sure. Gives you a number. We do
Thanks.
have a visitor coming from out of town later tonight, so you might want to step by in a couple of hours if you're curious.
Oh, we certainly will. It's nice to meet new people.
Certainly.
Good evening.
You too. Okay, where to next? The real Elysium?
Yes, the fake Elysium.
Okay. Mostly, right now, there's a couple of people around. Mostly, there seems to be one clump of gangrel discussing among themselves. Except that Francis and Fred are captured. I need a captured folder.
Correct.
So there aren't that many gangrel even left. Good news.
I like this plan.
A surprise, but not a welcome surprise.
A surprise, but a welcome one.
I love how the city is burning. It's wonderful. Perfect
the,
stage for an anarch uprising.
yes, the merry crackle of flames as it all burns down. So, you walk in. Just one dude casually sitting on a stone there.
I'll walk over to
Hey,
him.
he just casually glances up at you, goes back to looking at the gathered crowd.
I put my hand.
Okay. I think you said you want to shake his hand. You're cutting in and out a bit, but yeah, he.
Hey, David Gray. Pleasure
Ye-
to meet you.
You are dying for me, Jackler. Can you try reconnecting?
He could have said sure. He could have said shit. Who knows?
Yeah, right now.
David Gray. Pleasure to meet you.
Uh-huh. Name's Jeremy. He holds out a hand. His eyes are still focused towards the gathered crowd. Well, clump, more like it. Yeah, you're still just horrendous to me. I think everyone, in fact.
Picture.
Yeah, he's pretty
Yep,
dead.
that's everyone.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot actually.
I have no idea how that fixed it.
Kicking
Okay.
the computer often helps until it kills it.
Percussive maintenance, the best way.
Yes,
Technical
the
knowledge.
age-old right of percussive maintenance. And the prayer of, oh shit, oh fuck, why won't it work?
But yeah, I'll activate all specs and turn towards the gathered general.
Are you buffing just your hearing or all your senses?
Just my hearing in this case.
A roll perception alertness at 6. Okay, do you have a specialty to help with that?
Let me check. No,
You
I
should.
only insightful.
Okay, well, you can make out some of what they're saying. They seem deeply concerned, and Maxim seems adamant that they need to figure out where Havdan went.
Oh shit! This is total. It's hilarious. I seem confirmed. Do you happen to know any Halfdan?
Huh? Oh, I think it's one of the gangrel.
Oh, can I roll politics or something to figure out who this Halfdan is?
Roll intelligence politics at 6.
I'm surprised it actually isn't lower for Jack.
Yeah. You've actually heard his name discussed in the Free State. He was, up until a couple of years ago, considered a potential ally for the movement in the city, and possibly the new Baron.
Ooh, nice. I need to know.
And then he went
that's-
and betrayed the cause by becoming a ventral lapdog.
Wait, what?
Despite the Ventral clan hating him, he kind of sold out to the establishment, to the Malkavians, started playing the Cameral Power games. He might have wanted to be Prince himself, but either way he started shitting on the little guy. A lot. Or so the rumors go.
Fuck it, man. You think you're dying for fire. Train the cause. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. Apparently, it's kind of weird. He was supposedly your kind of people, but it looks like something made him shift his attitude and he embraced the laws and rules of the Camarilla.
Turncoats, the worst kind.
And that after fighting heroically when the city was originally taken by the Sabbat to save the little guys, rather than letting the Ventru leaders of that siege try and sacrifice them to slaughter Sabbat.
Well, he might still have a spark of good in him, and I might be able to redeem him, but doesn't sound good.
Really doesn't. But yeah, like the Free State don't consider him that viable a candidate anymore. After how he shifted his politics.
Sad.
You were
I'm
meant to
just-
save the barony,
Yeah.
not cast it into darkness, Demi. One politics? That sounds like too many to me.
Exactly. Looks at my own 3 politics dice.
Shit, you put that away. What are you, crazy?
Sometimes you have to use fire to fight fire. But yeah, I'll just wait here until more people arrive.
Okay. More people. Now, who is the most likely to arrive here? Let's see, who gives a fuck about coming to this place? Yeah, eventually some more Malkavians show up. They start clumping up around you.
Evening.
Hi.
I'm Dave Gray. Your name? If I may ask?
Yeah, I'm Leslie, that's Jeanette. So, hi.
I'm somewhat new to this city. Only arrived recently.
Finn's was speaking into the background.
Your how's the city been going? My friend here isn't very talkative.
Jeanette just casually leans in, puts a hand around your shoulder and just starts pulling you away from everyone. Let's take a walk.
Sure. I follow along.
So, the city, you say? The city is kinda screwed because of the Ventru. We finally had to take over. Everything had gone to shit. Yeah, you're cutting in and out again. It's been steadily getting worse.
Is it better?
No.
No, it's really not.
Really, really not.
Okay. Have a fun lunch, Bacon. Try it again, Jackalor. Jackalor?
I mean, he's lighting up green,
Don't know.
but I'm not hearing anything.
Jackalor, you said you had a gun for
Better now.
moose at your place. Just go ahead
Oh, and suddenly he came in real clear.
for a second.
Not
Yeah.
really. Huh?
Just shoot the moose that's licking the fucking antenna, okay? We'll wait. Go ahead and shoot it.
Hello, baby.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that was random.
So what the fuck happened while I was cutting it?
Don't worry about it. Just go on. Just go on. God damn it.
Jesus fuck. Okay, so he was telling you about how everything got fucked because the Ventru were horrible rulers that fucked everything.
Yeah, I don't count myself amongst their. I don't support their ruling style either.
Oh, you don't?
Yes, I may be been through, but I serve the Anarch cause.
Oh, you do? That's really swell. Please tell me more.
Oh, you used to hear about the Anarch cause?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Well, it's about democracy and belief in that all kindred are free, no matter who they are.
Oh. Okay.
So I would like not being by elders who don't know how the things of change have been going, who are who don't appreciate our way of life, and would rather just see us die in droves to fight their wars.
Okay. Dracula, give me a charisma expression roll at. We'll call it an 8.
Okay.
Three ones? I
I'll
think
spend
that's
willpower
about
for
right,
this.
actually, Demi. For a Jackalow roll.
I'll spend willpower on this.
Uh-huh. Okay. Willpower then.
It was 3.
My specialty is
Yes.
forceful for charisma.
And you don't have one for expression.
You don't must have missed it. Oh well. I'll add it the next before next session.
Hey, I see. Democracy use. You know? You're not as much an asshole like the other ones. Tell you what. Want me to read your fortune?
What did you say? I didn't hear it.
You're not as bad as the others. Want me to read your fortune?
Gladly.
Okay. Yeah, she starts poking at your hand. Ah, yes.
Oh God.
Yes, I see it now. A crown of gold upon your head. It is made of people, of their love and support for you. You, my friend, you're destined for greatness. The time is ripe. Go forth.
Thank you, Octavian. You have been a great help.
Honestly, I was gonna tell him that he's gonna try and do something, and while technically it would make sense he would fuck it up at the last second or luck would turn on him, you know, like it usually does for Jackalor. But with a botch, I have to go the opposite way.
Yes, the destined merit.
I think it's called the overconfident flow, where you think you're destined. Like fucking Abraham thinking he's destined to succeed, walks in Toridor Elysium and goes for the shotgun.
You really needed the overconfident flaw.
But yeah, the Malkavian leads you back to the others. Keeps throwing knowing smiles in your direction whenever your eyes meet. The botches happen at the best of times, don't they?
Truly.
They do. They do.
A crown of gold. Molten gold. Soak at 9, bitch. He wasn't a real Ventru. Fire can't kill a Ventru.
Yes, I have enough fortitude, right? I can circ it.
Exactly. Yeah, the gangrels seem to be getting frustrated because you get back, you pick up snatches of conversations like, this is fucked up, we need to do something. Where the fuck is Halfdan anyway? He should be here for this. At that, there's just, you know, kind of shrugs. You know what Halfdan needing to be there's like, everyone kind of gets shifty, like they know why he isn't there.
To be fair, his last public thing with the gangrel was him getting basically denounced. And then getting hunted by them, so... Huh.
Forcefully hunted, but yes, understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the gangrel clan is probably in an interesting state right now.
Very.
Okay. How long do you wish to stay there, Jackalor?
I'll stay there for a few hours and until like the time comes for the new guy arriving.
Okay. Okay then. Epic. Vivian is gonna get a call telling her that Camilla is coming to town and she's gonna be at the Torador Elysium, and She can step by later by your place if you want, or you can just, meet her there.
Oh, cool. I'm a little busy at the moment, but I'll totally see about checking up with what's going on with her.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, what are you doing after awakening those two, out of curiosity?
After those two, I'm going to be doing two things. One, I'm going to make sure that the Gangrel clan is up to date on what's happening with Halfdan, particularly that he ended up being torpid and is being kept up here for safety reasons.
Okay,
Well,
Demi, you're in danger.
I'm
Vivian,
in
roll
danger.
Auspex at 8.
Curious. Is there someone that wants to kill you?
you should fucking know this. You're kind of told.
Oh no, actually, legit. Is there someone trying to kill him? I don't think there's anyone that should be.
Roll Auspex at 8. You might know.
But out of character, I don't think there's anyone that should be either. Know of anybody? Huh.
You don't have Disciplined Prodigy on this, do you?
No.
Okay, so the feeling you get is that it's not the whole clan, but someone in that group is still hostile to Halfdan. They might be wearing off at varying rates.
Oh, huh. Know that. I don't know why they'd be that varying of rate, but okay. She's just basing this off of what she previously knew happened with the other time the demon, tried
That's
to do
fine.
something, and everyone was fine by the next day, so.
You have how much in occult, like 2?
Yep, I think that's right. Yep, 2.
I'll let you roll intelligence occult at 9 plus 1, and there's not going to be any consequences for botching. It's just going to count as normal failure. Because you don't really have quite enough to properly figure it out, but there's a chance. Okay. It might be similar to Dominate 2, that kind of exists in their subconscious after it gets in, and how well it initially pierces their defenses might have a big part of how strong it is. So if they failed badly initially on resisting, maybe it's still alive? Or maybe there hasn't been, or maybe they need something to help them knock out of it and there haven't been enough things to provoke them, give them a chance to resist. Either or.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Because I'm just going to bring out, with the ping, I'm just going to bring Halfdan with me when I'm going around. Halfdan, you're the trunk!
Of course.
Hopefully things don't get too crazy.
At least put a fucking pillow in.
Okay.
I'll put a pillow in with you.
Who
Put up, like-
is... Okay, so when you go to check on Halfdan, his shirt has been ripped completely open, and property of F has been carved into his chest.
I go get him a different shirt. What do I got here that's in Halfdan size?
You can scrounge something up as you're preparing.
Maybe something
for
that's
the...
Google's.
Google doesn't wear shirts. Who do you think he is?
He is a proud Irishman. He goes forth in his kilt.
God bless.
He wards off the cold
yeah,
with his 5
after
stamina and manly muscles.
Exactly. After that, we're going to basically go hunting until the time to go and meet with hunters comes up.
Hunters. Right, because you wanted to meet with some of those. Now I remember.
I have things going on. I told you, I'm busy. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get things squared away.
Luca, what do you do after acquiring the weapon?
I'm going to take it back to my apartment and store it safely with the other long guns and pistols I have through the arsenal. Background, and
Okay.
after that, if I have enough time, I'll probably I'll head to the Real Elysium.
The real Elysium is
If
which
not, I'll
one?
stay home. The one where I met my cousin, or not cousin. Uh, what's the word
Great
I'm looking for?
uncle.
Kinsman, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. Great uncle.
Okay. They're heading up that way. Good, good, good. So yeah, you would run into Jackalor before he leaves. This would be... You would have been there for like an hour, hour and a half at this.
Okay.
And doesn't seem like there's a huge amount of cars there. There's like one or two in the parking lot. The Elysium is probably not that busy tonight. But yeah, you're able to walk just right on in.
Is Maxim here?
Yeah. Please place yourself on the map and move around as you will.
How do I place myself?
Just click on your name, hold, and drag yourself out onto that. Head and try. Should be able to do it with your own character. In the
Got it,
character
alright.
list. Yeah, like that. There you go. Looks like there's two groups of people. One of them is carefully watching the other group, like all four of them are. The other group
Do they
is
seem-
talking among themselves.
Okay. Which group is Maxim in? I do not remember what his image is.
It's the guy in the
That one then.
The one in the
Okay,
actual
okay.
uniform.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
Yeah, that one
gotcha.
looks cool.
They're the group that's watching the other, yeah?
No,
No.
Oh,
they
gotcha.
are the ones talking. This group is watching the other, very obviously eavesdropping from a quote-unquote discreet distance, except that they're all laser focused on the other group.
Do they seem to be watching out of simple curiosity, or does it seem to be like aggravated suspicion?
Give me a perception empathy roll.
All right.
Jack Lord, is your suspicion and paranoia aggravated?
What?
That sounds like a no. Seems like they're just curious, but oddly intense.
Just going to wander by and try to catch Maxim's eyes and see if he kind of invites me over because I don't want to just I don't know. I don't want to just butt in on whatever they're talking about.
Sits down to listen.
Hey, Valkavians. There's a lot of us.
God.
Epic, give me a perception awareness roll at 8 while this is happening as well.
Yay, awareness. The thing you wouldn't raise at the start.
I know, I'm a horrible person and I should be ashamed, but fuck you all the same.
Exactly. Difficulty 8?
Yeah. Yeah, you're starting to pick up by rising thrum in the network. It tastes like curiosity.
Ooh, cool. I wish I could go go and entertain it, but I'm gonna be busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the stream is derping on my end. But Twitch seems to be working fine. Internet has been janky yesterday and today. Seems like the stream's alive now. Okay, good. So, yeah, Maxim seems to be deep in conversation. His eyes kind of pass over you, but the look he gives you, it's kind of like, I don't really have time for this, and, you know, essentially so distracted that he doesn't give much of a fuck one way or the other.
Right.
Do I notice a newcomer?
Sure, there's few enough people here.
Yeah, I'll talk to him and greet him.
One of the watchers gets up and heads towards you, Luca.
All right. Going to offer him kind of like a welcoming appearance as I wait for him to approach, and once he gets within a reasonable distance, I'm going to say hello.
The newcomer Malkavian steals your seat, Jack.
Shit. I was wanting that.
Too late.
I will have to sit in the grass. Or stand. Either or. David Gray. Pleased to meet you.
My name is Konstantin Yulkov. Likewise, I would say as I Did you put your hand? I didn't really hear what you said.
Yeah, I would have put up my hand.
I will. I'll shake your hand.
Can I roll with intelligence politics about him? He can roll
Intelligence
about
politics,
that.
you said. How much status do you have, Constantine? 2?
Yeah, two.
Roll at 9. There's a chance you might have heard about him, but...
Like, what, and I roll a 9 as well.
Sorry?
Oh, well, I told you, you said I would roll 9.
Yeah, roll at 9. Do you
Yeah, I
have
rolled a
a specialty with that?
I have creative intelligence.
But yeah, no, that wouldn't count, but you pretty much know where he's from. He's from Imperial Russia, has gathered a bit of reputation in Bordeaux by long and loyal and mildly useful service. He's a textbook Ventru in a lot of ways, not necessarily the kind of Ventru you would approve of.
Well done. I'm the child of Alfred, child of Jürgen, child of Hardestadt, child of Eric Eigerman, child of Ventru, grandchild of Cain.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Then, I am the elder of the Duke Sasha, and then I would go on to recite my lineage that I don't actually have laid out. But
One of the Malkavians shushes you.
shushes me.
Both of you.
Let's take this. Let's take this a bit further away, so let's not disturb them.
Jeanette calls out to you. Bring me back some popcorn too!
As you said that to Constantine, he wouldn't actually seem to register actually hearing you, as he would kind of glance over to the right and like he's listening to someone speak, even though there's no one there.
Constantine?
What?
I asked you
Sorry,
to
did
come
you say
with me
something?
to not disturb the others.
Oh yes, of course. My apologies.
Constantine. Roll a luck die.
Hmm?
Give me a luck die. Is your Auspex active?
It's not.
Okay, give me a perception alertness at 8.
Okay.
You go off a ways into what's left of the woods, and then you realize that you're seeing spiderweb among the trees.
Do I get the roll?
They're small, ordinary forest spiders. Unfortunately, someone has a phobia.
Constantine would start to hyperventilate and shift away from the trees as his right hand kind of slowly shift into the inner workings of his robes.
Give me a courage roll to see how well you're handling it at kind of called difficulty 6. This is the woods, and who knows how many of those skittering things are in the trees just waiting to drop onto your neck. Okay. It seems like you don't need to take a flamethrower to these woods just yet. Though someone clearly has had the right idea.
I would I would keep walking away until I got to about where the stream is here, a suitable distance away from the trees.
The gangrels seem to be heading off, having finally noticed the Malkavians. The Malkavians are getting up and slowly following them.
Sorry about that.
I was told on the other venture in the city could tell us about the meeting we're about to have this Saturday.
The meeting of the Ventru clan.
Yes.
I am not expressly familiar with all of what we'll be discussing, but I can imagine it's going to pertain to saving ourselves from crumbling into nothing.
I'm sure we can we can both do something about that.
I would certainly hope so. It would be a shame to see such a proud clan miss out on a city like this.
Yes, indeed. By the way, there was a newcomer to the Toreador in an hour or two.
Jackler, we can't
Jack's
make out what
pocket
you're
watch.
saying anymore. It's the combination of you cutting in and out a bit, plus the people talking in the background.
How are the people in the background louder than you?
Because he's a bad.
Fuck. Sorry?
Okay, now it seems fine.
Yeah,
Shit, where spiders actually really cool.
Oh no, that comment of
Any-
Demi's ensured that they're the next supernatural I'm making sheets for in this campaign.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm fine with it. All good. More supernaturals. We can deal.
Yeah, but they have to be fucking spiders.
Were rats are worse, trust
Yes.
me.
Yeah,
No,
Were rats are a lot worse. I would have a
Glad I brought that
super
machine
problem
gun.
with having were rats.
I fucking accept them more than spiders.
Epic, roll a luck die to see if the Nosferatu are already in contact with were rats.
If they are, can we kill them?
Oh
Apparently.
yeah, there's a tribe living below the sewers. The Nosferatu trade with them for things like food, information, diseases
Let's
to
go kill
unleash
'em.
on the Hold on there, Humanity 7.
You guys know they don't trade with the Nazis.
They're friendly-ish with the Nosferatu. It's about the only people they're friendly-ish with, but I think they tolerate Nosferatu, from what I read of them. Especially as they're slightly less crazy in this age, because most of them are still in the Umbra and they haven't gotten completely fucked in the head, out of control, exterminate humans levels of insane. And there we go, stream is derping again. Can you guys hear me? Apparently not. Well, crappity. Fuck's sake. Hello?
Hello.
Sup?
Hello.
Okay. So. That was fun. You can't hear me again, can you?
Can hear you.
Just what did we respond to with that was fun? We weren't part of that ride. Only you got to go on. Why don't you bring us sometime?
Next time, I promise. We'll make a deal. I'll take you on a ride, and I get to drag Demi into the Umbra using were spiders.
No.
It'll
As
be
long as the rats
fine.
don't fuck anything, I'm fine.
It'll be fun, they said. Then the weird spiders came.
Okay, so you were discussing the what little you know of the coming meeting, which, from the message you've been left, essentially boils down to coming up with a way to present a united front and getting on the same page. Essentially, making sure you aren't stepping on each other's foot, etc. You get the idea, no?
Yeah. And yes, there was also this. There's a new guy coming into town in a few hours into the Toria Elysium.
Yeah, you called
might want to be
Ventru
there.
Elysium in front of. Yeah, you do that. Andrew is gonna appreciate that.
Where's the newcomer from?
I don't know. He didn't say yet.
Look forward to find out. Said they're arriving in a few hours.
Yeah, an hour.
Are you going to be
two.
there for your arrival?
Yes, I was planning on going there after.
And did Jacklor cut out, or is it just me again? Oh yeah, there are
I
those
think-
dropped frames. There we go, lovely.
I hear you just fine.
I can hear you now.
Okay,
Cut out a bit from here.
okay. Well, how about we finish this conversation, then we can take a short break. And we can hopefully give the internet a chance to unfucking itself a bit.
Sure. We were just finished anyway, I think.
Is the newcomer going to be present at the meeting?
I don't know much about the newcomer.
Well then, perhaps you'll have to tell me about them after you meet them.
Yes, perhaps. Anyone else I should know about among us Ventru?
Our new Primogen. eh, It'll be interesting, to put it simply. I don't think anybody particularly comes to mind.
Ah, good. Do you have a phone number? I should put a note down.
I am having a line installed at my apartment. I can give you the number if you'd like it. As to contact the Primogen, did he give me a number? I don't remember.
I think he exchanged numbers with all of you that he at least talked with personally, because it makes sense that you should be able to contact him. So we're just gonna
Oh,
say
then he
that-
probably would. Yeah, he probably would have given his number to me then already.
Yeah, we're just gonna assume that you can contact him because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Are you rescinding that question, or were you asking Constantine for his phone number?
Yeah, I was asking. I was asking Constantine for his phone number.
Okay, I will. I'll jot it down on a piece of paper and hand it over to you.
Do either of you have Auspex active?
No.
I have Auspex active.
Roll to pierce obfuscate. Roll at 7 and tell me how much Auspex you have. I'll adjust it for you.
I have Auspex 3.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Well, I'll be heading off now.
Of course.
Good evening.
Good evening to you as well. And as you walk off, Constantine would appear to continue talking to whatever figure he's seeing.
A strange person. Good, good. Fucking hell. Curse for myself.
Okay, the Malkavian, trying to walk next to you while fishing around in your pocket, stumbles and falls on its ass right in front of you, holding the piece of paper Constantine gave to you between two fingers.
I take the paper, and say, "No, that's not very nice of you, is it?"
I was gonna put it back once I copied it.
I mean, I will give it to you, sure. But you could have asked.
Venture cunts, you might have said no.
Nah, not to you.
This is a different Malkavian, but sure.
Oh, this. Wait.
Yeah, you were talking
Wait,
to
is
Jeanette
this not
earlier.
the first one?
Yeah,
No.
this is
Oh.
our clown posse.
Oh, I thought I talked to Jeanette. Oh, not
That's
Jeanette.
Did talk-
This one.
You did talk to Jeanette. This is a different Malkavian pickpocketing you.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Leslie.
Well, you could have at least asked anyway.
Uh-huh. You can't even
Yeah.
you can't even
over.
pretend that you would have said yes, can you? Kind of proves my point, doesn't it?
Well, I'm going to give it to you now. So we square.
Sure.
She puts it down, I assume.
She kind of pulls out a notepad, copies it, and hands it back to you.
Yes. Then I'll be leaving. Good evening to you.
He stops by Constantine on the way back, pats him on the shoulder. Waits patiently for him to register her presence. Luca?
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Somebody came in and decided to talk to me. I didn't hear what you said to me.
Okay, Leslie, on her way back to the group, stops by Constantine and pats him on the shoulder.
He would stop mid-sentence and glance over to her, and is a little annoyed, but not angry.
You know, you should have told us. You were, of a like mind. Leans in. Ever want to learn more? Just ask. Talking.
A smile would kind of creep onto his face, and he'd watch her walk all the way back to the group before returning to his imaginary conversation.
In case it is ever necessary, just keep in mind that you can't suppress a derangement for a scene by spending a willpower point. If you ever want to
I'll
be
keep that in
completely
mind.
sane.
Constantine doesn't particularly mind it, unless he needs to mask it for social purposes.
Okay. Alrighty then. Let's take a break here, because I think Bacon might want to be there when the newcomers met as well, and well, that's probably have that chance to get woken as well, because there's a good chance the Premier might visit that party before leaving for Vienna.
One of us gets fucked by Vienna, one of us gets saved by Vienna.